building that infrastructure. And now, they're just gaining citizenship because they're here for a long time. If you live here for 15 years building a road, of course you can get citizenship. And now there's a land crisis in Africa. Where will Africans live? I am sorry for my continent.
Today on One, Always There. Today on One, your daily dose of local affairs and social media commentary. Today on One, family left homeless as City of Windhoek allegedly sells plot. LPM leader slams Parliament for being captured by executive branch of power. Bel Esprit staff takes on Jerusalem challenge. And Heritage Week contributes to tourism revival initiative.
A family of 7 in Ochomwise were left homeless after they found out the plot that they had been living on for the past 10 years had allegedly been sold to a new owner who was in the process of evicting them.
People are buying plots next. High people are buying plots here. Well, people are hungry for land. It's not that they are buying the land to build for their family. They are buying this land to build and resell it for their own benefit. What about the poor people that are suffering? Where will this man and his wife and his kids go? Where?
According to community activists who were present at the demolition of the shack and assisting the evicted family, there is currently no one registered as the owner of the plot on the City of Windhoek system. However, the City of Windhoek might have sold it without informing the family. The activists added that some of the City of Windhoek officials allegedly also admitted that there are illegal plot dealings at the Windhoek municipality.
We are the ones that are voting. People are just sitting in their offices. The sun is burning us. We are suffering for our children. People need land here. A lot of people are here illegally, sitting here illegally. Whereby people are just coming with deed of sales telling you, no, I bought this land. You have to move. And when you go back to City of Windhoek, people are hiding. Then we just say, no, this guy, he's fired already. We found out he's doing this. The corruption is coming from City of Windhoek. It's not here. City of Windhoek are sending out guys to ask around. Oh, how long are you here, ma'am? Can I please speak to you? It's how they are doing. Come out finding out information from the people that are currently on the plot. They go back, sell the place. Later on, you just see somebody coming with fake court orders and fake deed of sales. They themselves even admitted that there are people that are selling the land where people are sitting under the tables illegally. It's what they say. People that are sitting in Axeland are suffering.
I'm very sad today to see this, what City of Windhoek is doing. It's the shitty deals they are doing to the people. How on earth is it possible? Somebody who's born in Namibia, originally from here, will be going through this kind of nonsense, can I say. It's the sign of the corrupt officials of City of Windhoek. As you can see, where is this family gonna go today? And they come whilst the people are not even here. They come here and break down the structure. It's a normal thing. It's happening. Some other people are shy to call you guys to tell the truth. But today I call you as One Africa to come and see what they are doing to the people of Namibia. It's very sad.
According to the Ochomwise Axeland community leader, many residents in the area have been there illegally since 2007, but with the help of community activists, he has had numerous meetings with officials of the City of Windhoek where they resolved to approve the current occupants. According to him, the new owner to whom the plot was sold is currently not in Namibia and has been sending the family eviction notices.
They are just coming with this paper that it says it's coming from the High Court. The case is just between the matter between TFLO's Kairwa and Rupen Ngari. Is the one of the structure. So the TFLO's Kairwa is not around in Namibia. It's out of country at London. It's where he give maybe a the order, so these people, they can come and demolish or what, we don't know. So me as a community leader, I was trying many meetings with the official or the employee of the city of Windhoek, that these people, there is no way they can remove. There is nothing land that they already service where these people have to move.
The current occupant of the plot, who lives there with his partner and 7 children, was disheartened when they were informed that their shack is demolished and that they are being evicted.
In die straat en daarvan af die wat sê as die eienaar toe begin hulle die senge afbreek. Gekom. Ek het by polisiestasie gegaan, laat ek die sak oopmaak vir my huisie vir my huis wat afgebreek is. Toe hierdie manne, hulle was saam met die polisie daar. Toe sê hulle vir my, nee, ek kan nie sak maak nie, ek moet hierdie papier van die court of eviction of order. Ek moet die papier vat en dan vind ek uit by die court dat ek moet opstaan. Is al wat hulle my gesê.
Today On One has tried to get a hold of the official at the city of Windhoek who was responsible for handling the matter, but to no avail.
Win free airtime with One Africa TV. Share your comments on the channel. WhatsApp your feedback, name and town to 081 200 6659. One Africa TV. It just gets better.
The Landless People's Movement leader Bernardo Swartboy expressed concern at a recent press conference that the legislative branch seems to be captured by the executive branch of power with regards to the process of tabling motions. At the first session of the LPM Parliamentary Caucus, the leader accused the legislative branch of being ineffective in its role as a decision-making body and claims that it is primarily controlled by the presidency in its functions.
We have, as a party with a political wing, observed a number of deficiencies in our democracy. One of the deficiencies is that out of the 3 arms of state, being the executive, the judiciary and the legislature, the legislative arm of the state is completely underperforming, but over and above that, its inability to self-assert and meet the aspirations of the people of this country is very significant. From whatever the executive gives to Parliament, it has become essentially a rubber stamp of the wishes and the hopes and the work schedule of the executive. And you could see from particularly 2000-2005 how progressively the legislative arm of the state has, in the laws that they have promulgated, derelicted from their duties by granting excessive discretionary powers to officers and ministries and officials in government. As a result, the oversight function of Parliament has become almost non-existent. The parliamentary standing committee system does not function. They have now constituted themselves in an illegal fashion where the official opposition is left out of the parliamentary standing committee system, and where other parties have been co-opted as subsidiaries of the ruling party.
Swartboy also criticized the way in which fellow lawmakers table motions in the August House, stating that in many instances, motions are tabled without thorough research and understanding of the issue.
We have listened to some of the parties tabling motions in Parliament, and to be honest, sometimes we just hope they would just keep quiet, because the motions don't make sense, the motions are not well articulated, the motions are not scientific in their outlook, the motions are driven in casting blame instead of addressing the concerns of people and therefore to result in solutions for the people. And we think that motions in Parliament must not be blame games, but resolutions for social issues. We have therefore constituted this event. Mr. Delgado, you and the colleagues of yours that will come even in the afternoon, to really pen down the issues that are important so that when we present these matters as motions in Parliament, that they are able to rally everybody behind them because of the substance and the factual exposition that will be contained in those motions, but also to ensure that we are basically in touch with the genuine aspirations and the wishes of the people, and not to engage in pedestrian motion politicking in Parliament. What do I mean? Pedestrian motion politicking in Parliament is when official opposition or any other political party in any other jurisdiction takes something from newspapers as a regular practice and starts to make those as motions without necessarily originating motions on the basis of their ideological and political vision and conviction.
The LPM leader concluded that his party is ready to fight for the people's interest for a better Namibia.
Win free airtime with One Africa TV. Share your comments on the channel. SMS your feedback, name and town to 555. One Africa TV. It just gets better.
Staff from the Bell Esprit Hospital in Windhoek took to the streets this week where they performed the Jerusalem Dance Challenge to raise awareness towards mental health and convey a message of unity and hope amidst a difficult time for the country. The Jerusalem Dance Challenge has taken social media by storm, and the staff from the Bell Esprit Hospital in Olympia joined many around the world in dancing to the South African hit song to break the stigma related to mental health. The challenge also coincided with the World Alzheimer's Day, commemorated each year on the 21st of September. According to the hospital manager, the initiative is aimed at promoting unity and positivity at a time when the mental health of individuals is being challenged by the current global pandemic.
Especially in this time, a lot of us are faced with anxiety, depression. What is happening? What are the ways forward? Where are we going to? So we as Bell Esprit decided to make use of this whole and to show the unity that we as staff would like to represent, but also that we would like to represent to the outside world, that if we all hold together our hands, we will make it through this time that we're currently all facing around the world. We chose today to just also make people aware of the Alzheimer's disease. It is actually a very common disease that not a lot of people know if you're not directly faced with it. So Alzheimer's disease starts with mild cognitive impairment. So most common one is memory loss. So you're not quite familiar, which puts you in a position where you're getting anxious, but also your family members are getting very anxious and not unsure about how to work with that situation.
Bell Esprit is a privately owned mental health facility that offers care to clients through interventions with multidisciplinary teams of professionals. Matei added that access to mental health services in Namibia remains limited to those seeking help as a result of stigma.
We cater for inpatient, so people needing and desire need of admissions in our hospital, as well as an outpatient department where we as a multidisciplinary team work for any mental health related issues. Multidisciplinary team meaning we have occupational therapists, social workers, psychologists, psychiatrists, and general practitioner who will take care of you stay either in hospital or at our outpatient department.
Matei and her team hope that this message will uplift the spirits of many and ensure that they maintain a positive outlook on things to have, as stipulated in their motto, a beautiful mind.
When you're saying things that degrade women, for me, number one, I am not there, because that is basically what I don't believe in. I don't stand for things that degrade women.
What do you think we can add? What can we put in the basket? First of all, let's put Blossom back in the basket.
Look at the person like that, man. Let's do a song.
Let's do something.
Just
let's
like
collaborate.
Let's collaborate.
The Americans were claiming us.
Yes, exactly. To the rest of the world, they belong to us. Namibia, Baba, Namibia.
I'll help you carry on.
Creating music and putting some stuff out for the people who've been supporting me, that's definitely something that's next on my list.
The Deputy Director for National Heritage and Culture, Bulletin, issued a clarion call to the public to visit the country's UNESCO World Heritage Sites in support of the government's National Tourism Revival Initiative. He made the remarks during the official opening of the National Museum Heritage Week. To overcome the devastating impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on the tourism sector, strengthening the synergy between the creative economy and the tourism industry can support the government's National Tourism Revival Initiative. According to the Culture Ministry's Deputy Director for National Heritage and Culture, Bulletin, one of the objectives of this year's Heritage Week is to promote Namibia's heritage through tourism.
We know that the creative industry have now become one of the very important sectors of development, and part of what the Heritage Week aims to achieve is to promote our heritage through tourism. We know that the tourism sector has been hit hard by the COVID-19, meaning that reality is really challenged. Therefore, we need to embrace the use of new technology, especially within the framework of the fourth industrial revolution. Namibia have ratified 4 out of 6 UNESCO conventions, and one of the issues that speaks to the 2003 Convention on the Safeguarding of Intangible Cultural Heritage is about making sure that communities appreciate and use their heritage for livelihood.
Namibia has 2 tangible heritage sites inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage List, which are Tweefelfontein, a site situated in the Kunene region and houses over 2,000 rock engravings, and the Namib Sensi, situated wholly within Namibia's Namib Naukluft Park, which is a unique coastal fog desert encompassing a diverse array of large, shifting dunes which meet the Atlantic Ocean. Esther Mumbola Hwahuses, the Director for Heritage and Culture at the National Museum of Namibia, encouraged Namibians audience to visit these unique heritage sites as well as the national museums during the commemoration of Heritage Week.
I will urge everybody, as my colleague Bolton has said already, that we make it a theme that we visit our sites, which are the 2 World Heritage Sites, and other sites which we have across the 14 regions. It has been mentioned that the tourism industry is almost completely down. We need to realize that tourism industry is not only depending on foreign tourists. This is the time that we should support that industry ourselves. And this gives us the opportunity to know what we have in our country. Therefore, I urge everybody so that we can visit our sites, our museums, obviously taking cognizance of the regulation of COVID-19.
Heritage Week will run from the 21st to the 25th of September 2020 and is celebrated under the theme Ombadu Njiri Tutumuna and Ochiherero phrase, which means building cultural resilience, the new normal.
My name is Adora and welcome to a brand new edition of the cool new show called The Entlagavan. On this show, we get to know who our artists really are behind the scenes and what inspires them, what keeps them going, what makes them tick. What are some of your favorite sounds?
Trap music, hip-hop.
Yeah? Okay.
Hip-hop, Afro dancehall.
We came from a background whereby we were raised by our grannies. So it's not the shameful thing for me to do because we used to sell as a Glemune Haferkoka. We would work from Fambolokasi to Okuriangala.
Wala Namibia, this is your boy Tulisan. Don't forget to watch the Ain't Like a Vibe TV show on One Africa Television.
In other leading stories, at the recent Namibian Agricultural Conference, emphasis from the different stakeholders and participants was placed on agricultural productivity and enhancing growth through collaborative strategies. According to Agribank's Research and Product Development Division, the Minister of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform stressed that investments in the sector have deteriorated over the years. The way in which agricultural production and agro-processing value chains are developed and interlinked into the domestic and export markets will determine the appetite for private sector investment. The agricultural sector is expected to battle between bumper crop harvest and declining numbers of livestock marketed. The number of cattle, sheep and goats marketed in the first half of 2020 reduced with 50, 56 and 54% respectively as compared to last year. In terms of rainfall, dry weather conditions over the past 7 years have stifled farmers' cash flow and partly resulted into loss of animal stock. Thus, projected good weather conditions will provide some respite to the strained farming environment. The Namibia Meteorological Service expects a large part of the country to receive normal to above normal rainfall, with above normal rainfall likely in parts of Otjozondjupa and Kunene during October to December 2020. Future rainfall forecast continues to paint a favorable environment, with normal to above normal rainfall predicted during the period January, February and March 2021 over the bulk of the country. Although the rain is not expected to wash away the footprints of the pandemic, it casts hope for the much-needed agricultural productivity and food security during this tough operating environment.
Welcome to Comments Corner, your daily dose of local comments from the hottest social media pages. Both the Landless People's Movement and the Popular Democratic Movement claim that President Geingob has finally listened to their advice by not extending the state of emergency. They, however, feel that the 14 days monitoring period is too short. Charles said the work of the opposition is to get government's attention and not to insult others. DJ Dino said that the president has made the right decision, and this shows that he does care for his people. Tangeni said alcohol should be reduced in the country because it contributes towards evil deeds in the community. Eugene said, let the head of state do what is best for the health of the people. Charles said that violent crimes such as armed robberies and rape are on the rise in the country. He then said the state of emergency was already scheduled to end after 6 months. Helena said the president will listen to those that make sense. Ekutu said people should not be deceived. Aaron said the opposition did not play a role in the reopening of the country, but it was simply the right time to do so. And that is all from Comments Corner. Be sure to post your comments on our social media pages for broadcast every day only on Today and One.
Win free airtime with #LearnOn1. Share your comments on the lessons. WhatsApp your feedback, name and town to 081 200 6659. #LearnOn1. Invite learning in.
At this point, I would like to indicate that we are only going to take the religions that believe in God, or any God for this matter, into account, as theology means the study of God and of God's relation to the world.
Okay, I would like to move on to my first point. Like my first speaker said, preaching is like a profession
Point
because...
of information.
Yes.
Yeah. There's that Bushiri, I don't know if you heard of him, and he's also a qualified theologist, and he also takes advantage of the people's vulnerability.
And then 15,000 of the people are coming to live in Africa just because they are building a road for you. We don't have the knowledge to maintain that infrastructure. And now they're just gaining citizenship because they're here for a long time. If you live there for 15 years building a road, of course you can get citizenship. And now there's a land crisis in Africa. Where will Africans live? I am sorry for my continent.
A look at the weather forecast. The Namibia interior, partly cloudy and hot to very hot in the north, west and central regions. Elsewhere sunny and hot. The coast partly cloudy and cool to warm with mist at first, and the wind moderate westerly to northerly. Now we look at minimum and maximum temperatures across the country and beyond.
BBC World News, the biggest African and international news stories. Focus on Africa.